How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Daily Review, episode number 359. And before I get to my review today, I right now have 995 subscribers. Be 5 more subscribers. Who wants to be the 1000th one? You should. Subscribe to me, and that would be awesome. I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in and watching this little review show that I do on YouTube. The film I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today, though, is Enter the Void. Enter the Void is a Gaspar Noe film who you guys would most likely know from this little movie right here. I know what you're thinking, Aaron, why the hell do you own Irreversible? I don't know. But Enter the Void is this kind of odyssey or journey, psychedelic trip, whatever you want to call it, about this guy named Oscar who is a drug dealer. He lives in Tokyo. He is shot and killed, and the rest of the film follows his soul or his spirit flying over the streets in the city of Tokyo, following the lives of the people that he's left behind, also revisiting old memories of the people that he knew once he was living, and a pretty strange, interesting, inventive film experience takes place. I think the word experience is basically how I would describe Enter the Void. It is a complete sensory, visceral world that I was immersed in for 2 hours and 17 minutes. Gaspar Noe has kind of made this film in a very technically satisfying sense. The first half hour of this film is told entirely through the eyes of Oscar, and I really mean literally through the eyes of Oscar. The first half hour is an entire POV shot that seems like it's fluid and seamless, complete with blinking and everything. And once he's shot, the film follows kind of 2 different paths. It either follows kind of a floating spirit, like going over the ceilings of different places and just kind of seeing what's going on across town. It literally will like fly over the city to go to another building. There's other times where it'll just be following kind of an over-the-shoulder, behind the back, kind of like a Darren Aronofsky that he did in The Wrestler type of a camera shot, where it just follows Oscar through all of his memories and things that he's had from young to old. And it's a very effective way to make this film, because I think watching Enter the Void, I realized one thing, is that my senses were shot once I walked out of this theater. I felt it in my body, I felt it in my brain, I felt off walking out of the theater, and I really think that that's because of the way that Gaspar Noe does this. I mean, if anybody's seen the first 2.5 minutes of this online, you can watch the first 2.5 minutes online. It's basically the opening credits, and the opening credits are insane, and watching it on a small little computer screen does not do justice to how it feels watching this immense psychedelic strobe light effect, powerhouse music, guiding you through these opening credits that stay on the screen for no more than half a second. And it's truly insane. Enter the Void has a lot of very disturbing, kind of depressing moments of the film that I don't know if they're entirely disturbing and depressing because of what he's showing us or because of the overall tone and the way it's shot. I honestly feel that if this film was shot differently, it would not have had the same effect that it does on the audience. But I think that because of the way it's shot, it feels a lot more realistic and depressing and disturbing. There's a lot of stuff in the film, things that deal with abortion, very explicit sex that goes on, a car accident that they show multiple times from multiple different perspectives. That is all very, very crazy. If I had some criticisms about Enter the Void, it would be that I think that it's a little too long, which may be actually the point. I don't know. There's a scene towards the end in this place called the Love Hotel that probably goes on for about 10 minutes, and it's literally this person's soul or spirit flying over the ceilings and over doorways of all these different people in these rooms, and they're all having sex very explicitly on camera. And it's, for the first minute, I get it, I get what Mr. Noe is showing me, but after a while it gets incredibly repetitive. There's also the car accident scene is shown probably about 4 or 5 different times throughout the film. It's a little overdone, and I get how I'm supposed to feel, and by the end of that I had this just terrible feeling in my stomach, which, again, maybe that's the point of it. If you are bold enough and brave enough to go on this psychological head trip, then I would implore you to go see Enter the Void before it leaves theaters, or check it out on DVD or Blu-ray whenever it comes out. It's truly inventive and original, although I don't know if it's a trip for everyone to be taking. I'm going to give Enter the Void, and it's probably going to change either higher or lower as time goes on. But right now I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. It's not quite as intense as this bad boy right here, but it's still pretty intense, and it definitely left a mark on me. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow with 360.